Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating discoveries in modern science, that powerful and kind of weird connection between your gut and your brain. We're going to be using Dr. Emily Leeming's amazing book, Genius Gut, as our guide to really get our heads around this second brain and how what you eat can literally shape how you think and feel.
So, I want to start by asking you something. It's a question you probably get asked every single day, but this time, I want you to actually pause and think about it for a sec. How are you? Really? Your answer, that default mood you live in? Well, it's way more connected to what's happening in your gut than you might ever imagine.
And what's so cool is that we've kind of known this all along, right? It's baked right into our language. We talk about feeling butterflies in our stomach when we're nervous, or trusting a gut feeling. We've all felt punched in the gut by bad news. It's like our intuition has been waiting for the science to catch up.
Okay, get ready for this, because this is the first mind-blowing fact. We all assume our brain is the big boss, right? The CEO sending commands down to the rest of the body. But get this. A whopping 90% of the signals in this conversation travel from your gut to your brain. Yeah, your gut is the chatty one.
So, if the gut is doing most of the talking, what exactly is it? Well, it's time to meet your second brain. And no, I'm not kidding. Hiding in plain sight, right there in your gut, is a nervous system so complex and so powerful that scientists have given it that incredible nickname.
The official name for this second brain is the enteric nervous system. We're talking about a massive web of over 500 million neurons lining your entire gut wall. To put that in perspective, that's more neurons than a cat has in its entire brain. It is so sophisticated that it can manage the whole messy business of digestion all by itself, without even needing to check in with the brain upstairs.
And the parallels between your two brains are just stunning. I mean, look at this. They both produce mood-shaping molecules. They're both massive hubs of neural activity. They both act as hormone command centers. It's wild. But here's the thing. This second brain doesn't operate alone. There's another huge player in this story.
So it's time to meet the actual residents living inside that second brain, your gut microbiome. This is the community of about 100 trillion microscopic little roommates that call your gut home.
100 trillion. I mean, just try to wrap your head around that number. It's almost impossible. You have more tiny living microbes, mostly bacteria, inside you right now than there are stars in our entire galaxy. This isn't just a few germs. Scientists are now calling this a whole forgotten organ.
So what is this giant community doing in there? The book gives us a perfect analogy. Think of your microbiome as a massive company of tiny workers inside you. And just like any successful company, you need a diverse team with lots of different skills. And the mission of this entire workforce? It's simple. To keep you, the CEO, happy, healthy, and alive.
And believe me, these workers are busy. They have some seriously important jobs. They're responsible for training your immune system, and a huge 70% of your immune system is right there in your gut. They produce essential vitamins your body can't make on its own. They help you squeeze every last bit of energy from your food, and this is the big one, they create powerful molecules that travel all over your body and talk directly to your brain.
Okay, so we've got two brains and we've got a bustling ecosystem of microbes, but how do they all talk to each other? Well, it turns out there's a direct, physical line of communication. Let's call it the vagus highway.
This vagus nerve is the critical link. It's a physical superhighway connecting your brain directly to your gut. Fun fact, vagus actually means wandering in Latin, which is perfect because this nerve literally wanders down from your brain, connecting to your heart, your lungs, and of course, your gut.
Now, this is super important to remember. It's not a one-way street. It's a busy, super highway, and traffic is flowing in both directions. Your brain sends messages down to your gut for sure, but there's a whole lot more happening in the other direction.
And here's that twist again. The traffic on this highway is completely lopsided. A full 90% of the information, the updates, the chatter, all of it is flowing from the gut up to the brain. So this isn't the brain dictating orders. It's a conversation where the gut has by far the loudest voice. So this brings us to the most powerful, practical part of this whole story. This is where you come in. We're going to talk about how the food you put in your mouth becomes the fuel for this entire conversation and directly influences your brain.
So what do those 100 trillion little workers in your gut company actually want to eat for lunch? Well, it's pretty simple. Their absolute favorite food is fiber. You know, the rough stuff from plants, grains, and beans that your own body can't even digest. So let's just walk through this fiber to fuel process. It's pretty straightforward. Step 1, you eat some awesome fiber-rich food. Step 2, your body can't break it down, so it passes right through to your large intestine. Step 3, this is where your gut bacteria throw a party and have a feast. And then, step 4, as a thank you gift, they produce these incredible little molecules called metabolites.
And the absolute superstars among these molecules are something called short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs for short. Now, don't worry about the scientific name. Just think of them as these amazing little messengers that travel from your gut out to the rest of your body. They're powerful anti-inflammatories, and they act as fuel for your body and, you guessed it, your brain. Feeding your gut fiber is literally how you create brain-boosting compounds.
Okay, so the science is clear, right? A happy gut can absolutely lead to a happier brain. But what do we actually do about it? Let's talk about some super simple, practical hacks for a happier gut and brain, taken straight from the book.
You don't need to completely overhaul your life. Seriously, just start with these 3 things. First, eat more plants. The more variety and color, the better, because different fibers feed different good bacteria. Second, try to add 1 fermented food each day. Think yogurt, kefir, kimchi. This actually introduces new, helpful microbes to your gut team. And third, manage your stress. Remember that 2-way highway? Stress from your brain can mess with your gut, so things like good sleep and a little mindfulness are direct ways to support your microbiome.
I think this quote from Dr. Leeming just nails it. It really sums up everything we've talked about. This conversation is happening 24/7, and it's your gut that's leading the discussion.
And this is the most empowering part of this whole thing. This isn't just something that's happening to you. You are an active participant. By changing what you feed your little gut workers, you can literally change the tone and the quality of the conversation happening between your gut and your brain.
So, I'll just leave you with this one last thought. Your gut is constantly sending messages to your brain that are shaping how you think and feel every single moment. The only question is, what are you going to choose to feed it to help it decide what to say?